So we'll get Laurie to pick up some of the matchups this afternoon here between Bellpost Hill and Corio. Justin Tate, who's been in great form for the Devils, moving into the middle, and he looks as though he might be starting in the ruck.
So if he's in the ruck, where's Rivet?
He's at centre half forward, and Vid Maranovic's got him, so that should be a good tussle as well.
Ricky O'Toole at full forward, an interesting move.
Simon back, where would he be?
Centre half forward, perhaps?
Matthew King on him will be a great contest as well. Gee, I thought he was fantastic the other Corio game I saw, Kingy.
So, I actually can't see Simon back.
I can't see Simon back either, to be quite candid. Surely he's not starting on the bench.
Well, they might be throwing a furphy there, Eric. You said you had nothing to report.
Well, I barely got in the door. I only spoke to an official. They wouldn't let me in.
So we're just about ready now.
Is Richard Corrigan out there?
Yes, he is. He's in the middle with the number 14 jumper on. Lucas King will be doing the ruck work for the Bellpost Hill side to start with. He'll be up against Justin Tate. So it might take a...
John Bartolo's on the ball.
Nevada Cornwall on the wings, an interesting manoeuvre.
Been playing all right too. Nevada back in form. And just waiting for the spectators to get off the ground. The umpire has the ball in hand now. And he asked the skippers whether they're right. I'll tell you what, there's a bit of theatrics going on. Just put the ball in the air, will you? We're into them already. Eric sucked up to him before the game, but it doesn't matter. We're starting Matchday Live, round 8 this afternoon at Mines Reserve between Bellpost Hill and Corio. It's going to be Tate and King to do the ruck work. The umpire throws the ball in the air. They go up. King gets a good hit down too towards centre half forward, and no play an effective clear away just yet. Barry O'Toole in the middle. He's been playing very well there in midfield, Barry O'Toole, so far. And could be a free kick too to Corio. It is. Richard Corrigan came in and threw O'Toole off the ball. Oh, Barry tried to play on, and it works out okay. Goes to the right boot, wide. It's okay. Finds Lazarick on centre wing on the outer side. Now Rick Lazarick goes to the right boot. The lead's on from Ricky O'Toole, and well, he drops a mark he should have taken on his chest, but Johnny Cousins front and centre does well, and his right foot kick though is just away to the near side and one behind. So the first score on the board. We've been playing 45 seconds and it's Corio. They're one behind. Bellpost Hill yet to score. That is on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
It was interesting. I thought the umpire almost had the whistle in the mouth to pay a free to Ricky O'Toole for in the back, which seemed to be there, didn't it?
Well, Ricky probably should have held that. Jason called that nicely, but I think that might be the pattern of play.
Ball comes out towards the change room side here. Good mark from behind. There is Troy Feldman, and as was said before, if he's on his game, they'll do very well. He's just chipped it over top. There's another mark. Lucas King dropped that he should have held. Stemmons picks it up there for Bellpost Hill, goes towards centre half forward. Well, there must be a few nerves because another mark probably dropped that could have been held. Keating, he's tackled a little high there, so the ball will come back. No advantage paid on that occasion. And Keating of Corio on centre wing has taken the ball, goes towards, he's given Rivet a fairly big task there. He's surrounded by Bellpost Hill players, comes down to Bartolo, kicks it towards half forward for Bellpost Hill, ball comes to ground. Well, Bellpost Hill doing okay here, picked up there eventually by Ewan Handley, the new assistant coach here. He's a fairly ordinary kick, and Corio now going to take it out of defence through Cockerell. Long kick towards half forward, but he's kicked it straight into the arms of Troy Feldman.
Feldman now switches back towards half forward on the outer side, or a long lead. No mark taken. The Panthers had the numbers. Can they get free? Yes, they might be able to now through Ansell. Handball over the top. Doesn't sit well though, and Ansell follows it up again. Needs some support. Lazarick back there for Corio as well. Is he holding the ball? Now the umpire says play on. It's held to him, and we will have a ball up at half forward on the outer side.
Little touch of nerves out there, I think, Eric. Yes, a few little fundamental errors happening there. Nothing too great, but you've got to try and get them one grab and find your targets. So the umpire to throw the ball in the air at half forward, outer side. Throws it up now, Tate, and also who was that going up with him? That might have been Dyer who was going up, and they came from a long way away. Kick goes towards the forward line. Vac is there. He's in the forward pocket. He just came out trying to take it there. King gets a kick away towards a vacant half-back position. Cornwall doesn't sit well for him. Backley's there as well. He can't take it. Barry O'Toole over the top. Little handball. Missed Cornwall. Got a free kick though. And Barry O'Toole at the back end of the centre square at half-back will take it for the Devils. So he's looking possibly for Rivet at centre half forward. He goes in that direction now. And might be chopped off again. Troy Feldman, who's just floating across the middle of the ground again, takes the mark, plays on quickly. Short little kick's okay, finds Handley. He
takes the mark, still inside the centre square, wants to play on quickly and get on his left boot, goes long towards full foot, good kick and a good lead. And Bell Post Hill will have the first set shot for goal. Be kicking from about 40 metres out, and it'll be Glenn Travail with the ball. Good lead and a good kick by Ewan Handley.
Yes, if you're a forward, Laurie, you'd enjoy kicks coming in like that.
Certainly, Eric, and Glenn's just like to kick this too. He's usually fairly accurate.
Oh, you've put the Moz on him now, Loz.
Put the Moz on now. He's usually a fairly accurate kick.
Travail from 40 metres out. Has he just squeezed in? It hasn't got the distance. Offhand, still in the square. It's gone through for a goal, has it?
It's a goal.
It is. And
I think that was back. Might have kicked it off the ground.
Was Casino.
Casino, was it?
Yes, I think so. Number 55.
Casino has got it. Laurie said Casino's kicked it, so we'll go with him. And Bell Post still get the first major on the board. They're one straight goal, 6 points. They lead Corio one behind on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 4 minutes in the first term.
It was probably fairly ordinary defence by Corio in the goal square, did you think?
Well, it certainly was, Eric, and it wasn't the fact that he just kicked it through, but there was 2 or 3 other players there as well.
Yeah.
And not being manned up, so now that's poor.
You sort of get a bit serious when the ball lands on the goal line. Well, ball thrown up in the middle again. Corrigan kicks it off the ground, kicking it forward for Bell Post Hill. Leading in the race for the footy there is Dabrowski. He's playing well out from fullback. Could have been centre half back today. So a few changes on the park, but the ball's finally forced to the outer side here at Myers Reserve and over the boundary line. True centre wing. 5 minutes gone, first quarter. Bell Post Hill and a goal, and Corio are behind. So the ball back into the forward line for the Bell Post Hill side, but
who's trouble?
Well, the ball's chipped out from by the Corio defence and picked up there by Dyer, and well, a fairly ordinary snap with the left foot. In fact, he's missed everything by 15 metres. Like from 40 metres out, you don't miss by that far.
No, and it was an important kick, Eric, because that's the sort of thing that hurts Corio. They could have got another score on the board, and I think Ricky will move from full forward pretty smart if that happens.
Well, ball thrown in, comes to ground. Cockerell runs onto the footy. He's quite happy, I think, to take it to the boundary line, and he does. So Corio, they take it another 10 metres from the danger area, but it is still deep in the forward pocket for the Bell Post Hill side. So boundary umpire with the footy. Big pack of players at the ball. Tate doing the ruck work. Feldman, strong body work, takes the ball out of the ruck, but he's unable to get a kick away. And finally, it's Cockerell. Well, his kick is smothered there by Kings. There's some great little things, Laurie, that are being done in the packs there, the smothering, the body work, and that's a good sign for both teams.
Yeah, very good, Eric. And I'm just looking straight ahead here with Johnny Bartolo and Amon Charles. That'll be a good duel today.
Absolutely. In the ruck, back, doing the work there against Tate. Neither player really gets a clear tap away, and umpire Cullen will come in, and it's 20 metres out, about a 45-degree angle, and the umpire will put it in the air again. Still a lot of players around the footy in the forward pocket there. Up goes the ball, Tate and back. Neither player gets it clear, comes back to Tate, he can't pick it up. Finally, Bell Post Hill get it to Feldman somehow. He tries to feed a handball through the pack. Oh, there's a high tackle, perhaps missed by the umpire, and well, not only did he miss it, but he pinged the player in Handley for holding the ball. And it's come to, is that Bigham?
Yep.
And he's got a bit of a
limp
in the leg, so the ball comes out of defence and marked on half-back flank by Tate of Corio. Plays on quickly, drives to the middle, a lead there from Matty Cullen, and lovely mark, and plays on that favoured left foot, runs back into the corridor, kicks it long now. The lead is from Johnny Cousins, but he can't take the one grab mark. That's not a bad contest either, he and Conley on the half-forward flank there, but finally the ball picked up for Bell Post Hill. That was by Dyer. He's got it into the forward line. Snapping it off the pack there was that was Ewan Handley again. He's been very conspicuous early. He's hit the post. So another behind to the Bell Post Hill side. On the Victory Trophy scoreboard, Bell Post Hill 117. Lead Corio one behind. They've been playing 8 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, the early indications are already there that Richard Corring's done a little bit of homework. I think he's matched runners with Charles. He's got Simon Conley on Cousins, and he's done a little bit of work through the week, I think, and it's paying off at the moment.
Bigham went in towards Kelvin Keating in the back pocket, gets it towards half-back with the numbers again with Bell Post. Still Troy Feldman figuring prominently, goes towards full forward, Travail behind, has to work to the front. Bigham a kick off the ground to a vacant back pocket position. And I don't think Dyer will be able to keep it in. He can't do so. It will be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for the Panthers.
Dyer, a young man, he's quite quick. See one
Going
of the
right.
younger kids from up here?
No, I think he's an import actually.
Oh, right.
Yes. Boundary throw in. Over the back Handley, tried to thump it on. Now towards the front of the pack, Keating. Gets a shepherd from Cockrell, gets a kick around the corner, and it's just landed inside. Might sit for Backley, he's there. Been playing quite well too. The youngster, he goes with his left boot. Back to whence it came. Kelvin Keating stands his ground and takes the mark in the back pocket. Look to switch play, but just holds it up now. Goes short or kick is partly smothered. Handley's there again. Been prominent early. Gets on the left boot. Wants to centre the ball. Looked up. Goes towards the goal square. King stands his ground. Good mark. Matthew King for Corio. And plays on quickly. Wants to switch play to the outer side. Got some runners. Lazarik's one of them. It might sit for him. He's got Cornwall in support as well. He kicks it off the ground towards centre wing, looking for Dave Vellis. He can't take the mark. He can't take the ball before it sees it over the boundary line for a throw in.
Probably not a lot of talk there, Laurie. Lazarik was 20 metres clear, wasn't he? And only had to bend down to pick the footy up, and Corio were well and truly away.
That's right. It wasn't a very good option there, and yeah, they could have been down the ground and down to the other end of the Ricky, I guess.
Thrown in now, King on the right side of it there, but it only goes as far as the midfielders for the Devils. Tate's there, handballs it out. Damon Charles goes through the middle with a right foot kick towards a one-on-one with Ricky O'Toole. It goes up, can't take the mark off hands. He keeps his ground, but the Panthers at the back of the pack. Simon Connolly breaks away, goes wide. Foot race now. Charles gets across there, and it looks like that might be Backley as well. He tries to rip it off, goes towards Handley, goes through his hands, back towards Backley. They've done well at half back. Handball to Bartolo's going to be under pressure. He's handball over the top to Dyer. He's going to be under pressure as well. And they might turn it over here. Ricky Bigham up on centre wing. Oh, can he get around? He does, and then he gets the ball away quickly to Vallis. Outboard, and they're away now, the Devils, towards Justin Tate at half forward. So Tate now plays on, gets on the left boot, goes along towards O'Toole again. One-on-one. He's behind this time, but I think he's judged at the better. Plays on and kicks the goal. Ricky O'Toole has done well at full forward and taken the mark and played on, kicked the goal, the first for Corio. They go to 1-1-7 and they tie the ball game up with bell post till 1-1-7. We've been playing 10.5 minutes on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
You can see Corio's pattern, Laurie. Ricky one out in the goal square, nobody within 40-45 metres of him.
Yeah.
It's fairly obvious they're going to kick it out into the space.
And he's going to be a handful. As soon as Tatey got that ball, you could see him swing back on the left, and he knew where he was going, and of course so did Ricky as well. So that's certainly a game plan, and Richard's going to have to be very careful at. I think the only way you can prevent that is put as much pressure on the guy with the footy.
Is that Ditchburn down there? Can
It
play
is.
a bit. He's not a bad defender, but he'll have his hands full there, I'd imagine. Well, ball up in the middle. Rivet. He's defeated on that occasion by Lucas King, doing well in the ruck, but Corio get the footy. Handball across to Lazarik, still in the centre square. The lead is by O'Toole at full forward. He went without it, and Simon Connolly more than happy, I think, to concede a behind on that occasion and rush behind to the Corio side. Moved pretty quickly from the centre, but it is a behind to Corio. 1-2-8 Corio. They lead bell post till now 1-1-7. On the Victory Trophy scoreboard, 11.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Bell post were probably a bit lucky there. I feel that Ricky should have taken the mark earlier. He's fumbled there. He probably could have had 3 on the board, because if he gets it through, he's certainly going to kick it.
Hilton kicks it in, looking for Damien Hall. Might be able to take the mark uncontested. He can. In between the back pocket and half-back flank, wants to play and switch it back in towards the middle. Hilton, who followed it up, plays on now, goes towards centre wing. Kazina have to stand there, coming at him, Cornwall, and also Barry O'Toole. That's a push. Should have been the free kick against Cornwall, it is, and Kazina will take the free kick on centre wing. So Kazina now goes wide, looking for Troy Feldman. Ricky Bigham's got the job on him, or went through his hands, should have taken the mark. Rivet, now a turnover, Bigham's got it, kick around the corner, but Kazina might be able to butter up his own play there. He's got it, oh, had it, lost it. Just took his eye off the ball at the crucial stage. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in just next to our commentary box here on the centre wing position.
It's just an odd 1 or 2 players going before acceptances, Laurie. They're not getting the footy first.
Yeah, I don't know what the reason for that were, Eric. They should be settled down now.
Over the back of the pack from the ruck contest, Bartolo left without it. Rivet uses his strength to get it out to Barry O'Toole at half forward. Ricky O'Toole gives him a lead, or it sits for Cousins. He can't take it with him, though. Back towards Barry and also Matthew Cullen. He gets a handball out quickly. Dabrowski got ripped off the foot. In fact, that was Valleys who got ripped off the football. Now Rick Lazarik held to him, said the umpire, and it will be a ball up.
Yeah. Good decision.
Some fantastic tackling, isn't there? And that's good to see. Sides that perhaps have been struggling, but they've got the base skills there, haven't they?
And that's important, Eric. I mean, tackling's a skill most people can do, and if you're prepared to do it, it helps your team player out, of course.
So from the ruck contest, Tate couldn't take it with him. King handballs it to himself, then tries to punch it on at half back still. Rivet, the big man, works hard on the hands and knees, but only gets it as far as coming through. That was Ansell. Still at half back, Bartolo got time to get up and handball away to Handley, who runs away from centre half back, goes wide looking for Feldman. Bigham will come with a run, but Feldman too strong on centre wing, takes the mark. Got Handley on his outboard now, handballs it to him, uses him, and now the lead's on from Travail. Handley goes a left foot kick, great kick. Travail can't take the mark though. Off hands, Cockrell's there, he's over the top of it. Cockrell tackles him. Have to be careful, he gets rid of it now. Try with the numbers. At the back of the pack, they might be able to break free. Oh, straight to Troy Feldman though. He's got it at half forward. The lead's on from full forward from Vac. He got a hand. Somehow he took the mark. Put a hand up and it fell into his arms. And Simon Vac will line up from 30 metres out. Slight angle. Used a bit of strength there, Simon Vac, very experienced, North Geelong Premiership player at Bell Post Hill this year. After a couple of years out of the game, and he'll be lining up from 30 metres out. Comes in now a couple of steps, looks pretty good off the boot. We're right behind it, and he's put it through for his first goal and a second for Bell Post Hill. They go to 2-1-13, and they lead Corio 1-8. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 14.5 minutes played.
Laurie, would there be a scoring end?
Well, I don't really think so, Eric. There's not much breeze. For some reason or other, most grounds have a scoring end. I think they're probably the end Bell Post are going to at the moment, which is
northern end.
The northern end. Bell Post Hill are doing quite well. I'm pretty impressed with Handley. Is it Handley, number 4? Doing quite well. He's on the left foot. Seems to be going to Feldman a bit, the footy.
Umpire Cullen with the footy in the middle, puts it up once again. King and Tate. On this occasion, Tate gets the tap down. Corrigan's at the fall of the footy, however, but can't control it. And the umpire will have a secondary throw up just beside the centre circle.
Lucas King's doing quite a good job.
A good job, yeah. Well, he's got a very good leap, natural leap, and that's important.
He's up against a good player. Tatey's a good player.
Well, up goes again, comes to Corrigan, who's at the fall of the footy. Off one step, goes to centre half forward, but David Bigham is in the way and takes Ricky, apologies. He plays on quickly, drives to centre wing. It's, well, fairly congested out there. Finally pushed forward by Bell Post Hill. The umpire eventually puts the whistle on play, and is that Cassina out there? He's covering a bit of territory also, and he's having a bit of trouble with the footwear by the look of things. Now the ball comes back to him on true centre wing outer side, and Kazina of Bell Post Hill about to put the ball into the forward line. Moves forward, reasonable kick to centre half forward. In front there is the defence in Walton for Corio. Finally it comes clear. Good work there, gets the ball to centre half forward. In front is O'Toole, can't take the mark, kicked off the ground there by Hilton. Strong player for Bell Post Hill. Unfortunately, he's kicked it as far as the boundary. In fact, it's gone over on true centre wing, outer side. 16.5 minutes in the first quarter. 2-1-13. Bell Post Hill lead Corio 1-8.
Boundary throw in, King and Tate. Tate uses his body. King gets his fist to it though, back towards the boundary line. Keating can't keep it in, and the boundary umpire will come in and do it all again. On centre wing on the outer side. So Tate and King will square up once again. Thrown in now. Tate stands his ground, tries to get it over the back, and it falls towards Matty Cullen, works through traffic, gets a quick little kick out the back, and goes towards Simmons. He can't take it with him. Hilton's also there. Handball out was okay, and there might be away here. Trying to get it away was Ravis. He can't take it with him. Now a handball. Goes from Handley towards centre half forward from a kick. Feldman stands his ground, had it. Ricky Bigham, that's going to be a great tussle. Bigham runs away on this occasion at centre half back. Wobbly kick, but it might find a target. It has, somehow. And that looks like it's Kelvin Keating. It is Keating in between half back and centre wing. Drives it long now towards half forward. Lazarick makes some ground up and takes a mark as well in front of Corrigan. Wants to play on quickly and move it. He goes with a right boot towards centre half forward. Hall stands his ground, does he? O'Toole comes over the top, can't take the mark. Ricky, the numbers again with Bell Post Hill, and Hilton it is. Can he break free? Or his handball put his teammates under pressure. Goes towards half back though, and they can get away again. Backley, handball out to Simmons, who can run onto it and run through the middle. Go with a right boot. The lead was on Bigham. Stands his ground. The kick just didn't have enough on it, and Bigham will turn it over, go towards Cockrell. Cockrell now, handball over the top to Matty King. He runs through centre wing, goes towards half forward. Charles sets him a task. He takes the mark at half forward. Aim on Charles has got it. Can go short to Bolchevic, who can take the mark. Still at half forward, about 65 metres out. Ricky O'Toole to give him a lead. He goes in that direction now, And good kick too, and a good lead.
They left it open for him too, Laurie, didn't they?
Yeah, no, you've picked it pretty well, Eric. They're certainly going to leave that all day there, and at this level of footy, it's hard to flood back there pretty quick, and that's what they're going to have to do.
Especially a fellow of Ricky O'Toole's ability. He's not a tall fella, but he's a very good mark for his size.
So O'Toole, 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. He comes in now. Kick off the boot wasn't good, and it's stayed to the right. So 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. They go to 139 now, Corio. Bell Post Hill 2-1-13. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 19 minutes in the first term.
I know Ricky's got a high standard. He'd be disappointed with that kick.
I just wonder if he's got a leg injury. He didn't kick through that at all, and just seems to be, maybe that's why he's at full forward. Hilton doing the kicking in for Bell Post Hill, as he's done each occasion so far. Goes wide towards the Associate Club. Gee, the wind looked to hold that up a bit. Knocked forward there by O'Toole. Barry. Ball comes to ground. Now it stacks on the mill, and the umpire will move in and on half forward flank for Corio in the first quarter, kicking to the southern end here at Myers Reserve. And the ball is currently on half forward flank, just wide of the corridor. Umpires now rotating as the ball goes up. Tate gets the tap down to Charles. Grab without it. Play on to the umpire. Ball comes to Corrigan. He's looking for an Academy Award also. Finally pushed along the ground. Handley picks it up. Dummy to handball. And then he finally gives it to his teammate there in Ansell. He goes to the corridor to Simmons. And Simmons in the centre square takes the mark. Chips the ball forward. The lead is coming forward by back. Oh, terrible bounce for him. It's to the advantage of Walton. Had plenty of time. Gets a handball finally. Lazarick, he's beaten on that occasion by Hilton. Runs pretty hard at it. Handball over the top to Rabbis. And Bell Post Hill, they've fallen down at half back because Lynch has the footy, chips it back into the centre square, and Matty Cullen takes the mark. Plays on quickly on that left foot, drives to the lead of Ricky O'Toole. Oh, surely a push on that occasion. And Ricky just, I think he eased the momentum of the lead, didn't he? And the player behind him in Ditchburn kept going, pushed him in the back. And we'll see how good the leg is now. He's going to be kicking from 45 directly in front. And probably, Laurie, it's a goal that Corio need.
Yes, this will be a good kick if he puts this one through, Eric. I don't think he's...
Well, he's kicked the ball pretty well, and I tell you what, I think the players are pretty happy. What's the goal umpire? He's not. So it's offline again. So
he's the one that counts, isn't it?
Yes, my word. He's the one that gives the decision. So on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, Corio 1-4-10. They trail Bell Post Hill 2-1-13.
So Hilton from fullback again for the Panthers at the southern end. They break for him now, Maranovic and also Kazina. He goes in the direction of Kazina.
3 against 1.
3 against 1. He has to mark it. Oh, good mark too. He's pretty good overhead, Kazina. He's taken the mark. Goes with the right boot towards half-back. Corrigan, also Ansell. Corrigan go up and mark it uncontested, but he doesn't. Folds it up though. Gets it away by hand towards Rabbis running through the half-back line. Goes towards the middle. Lynch backs himself. Comes at it. Sits though and handball over the top to Bartolo for Bell Post Hill. They're away. Look for a handball. Now he elects to go with the kick. Little left foot kick towards Feldman. And, well, it falls into his arms after going through Dyers. He's at half forward, have to be quick. Handball, drop the footy, said the umpire. Play on the call, the advantage. And Keating's got it. Goes towards Tate at centre wing. He plays on, goes to the left boot towards centre half forward. Coming out Cousins, punched away by Connolly, off hands. And it goes to the front of the pack, Backley. Backs himself, handball. Goes to Maranovic. Standing start was Hoare. Handball to Corrigan. Now Corrigan with the right boot towards Bartolo, who goes up and takes a very good mark under pressure from Lynch. And he handballs it off to Ewan Hanley running past. Goes with the left boot towards the pocket, coming out Travail again. Oh, good mark, and that was a good kick. Well weighted. Bigham couldn't get back there in time. Travail back in towards Feldman, who takes the mark. Just as Matthew King came a little bit too late and he took the mark and will kick for goal.
Both sides are playing with a bit of purpose, Laurie, aren't they? They've obviously got game plans and they're sticking to it. And
definitely.
It's a good game of footy.
And one of the things that's just going through my head at the moment, Troy, in my opinion, needs to kick this one. He's obviously the go-to player, as they say in footy today, and he's made a couple of fundamental errors. He's dropped a couple of marks and done a few little things that he probably, a guy of his ability, doesn't normally do. If he can tighten that up and make sure he gets everything right, it's going to be very beneficial, because every time he's kicked a goal now, beautiful goal.
So Feldman puts his first on the board, the third for Bell Post Hill. They go to 3-1-19. They lead Corio 1-4-10 on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 23 minutes played.
And it's been a very interesting 23 minutes. As you said, Laurie, there's a few fundamental mistakes. Some players dropping chest marks and the ball overhead slipping through the fingers. I don't think the footy looks in any way slippery at all. I think it's just perhaps the nervous tension of the day.
And as a spectacle, it looks quite good. To me, I think we're seeing a fairly good game here. It's a fairly even contest, prepared to take a few risks as well.
Ball in the centre once again. Tate gets the tap clearly, but only into the arms of Belpost Hill player in Rabbis. Finally comes to Corrigan. Corrigan now, long kick into the full forward area, and well, back didn't seem to push Walton out at all, and Walton perhaps not a very good contest on that occasion, Laurie, perhaps, and back a little too easy. So Simon back now from 40 metres out, directly in front. He's laid back on the kick, and he's kicked it to the right, unfortunately, and that's another goal perhaps that Belpost Hill could have had. They go to 3-2-20 on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. They lead Corio 1-4-10, 24 minutes in the first quarter.
Bigham kicks in looking for Matty Cullen. Cullen takes the mark. About 40 metres out from the Belpost Hill goal. He goes towards Walton at centre half back, who takes the mark. Handballs it off towards Matty Cullen, running past again. Cullen goes towards centre wing. Valleys gave him a lead, and he took the mark. They're trying to move the ball through possession now. He goes with the right foot towards the lead of Lazarick, over his head, goes through the arms of Feldman, has to dive on it, does very well to gather it. Then a handball to Handley, handball to Rabbis, put him under pressure, got a hand free. Handley got it back to Corrigan. His handball outboard, put his teammate under pressure. That was Ansell, but he got it back to Corrigan. Simmons now, a bit of time. He was going to get on the left. Now he goes on the right, off one step towards half forward, looking for Vac again, getting back there. Bigham off hands through the middle. Dyer, can he get break free? Got one high, and we'll take a free kick 40 metres out from goal.
Just a little bit of overuse of the football there, Eric, but you've got to hurt them on the scoreboard, and if they can result this in a goal, that little bit of overuse of footy, I guess you can live with that.
Well, probably from Richard Corrigan's point of view, it's better too much than not enough.
Exactly. But it's important to get scoreboard pressure on, though.
So Dyer comes in with the left boot. I think he's pushed it to the other side, to the left-hand side on this occasion. He has. But
Jason, both those goals are gettable. I mean, Simon should have kicked his, and that one should have been a goal. I mean, that makes a difference on the scoreboard. It's 5 goals to 1, and you get a bit of a break then.
So Belpost Hill 3-3-21, Corio 1-4-10.
See Davey Bigham just coming onto the ground. I'm a bit surprised he wasn't on to start.
Cornwall off. Bigham kicks in. That was Ricky. Goes to Cockrell. He goes over the top to Davey. So Bigham stands his ground and takes the mark. So Davey Bigham at half back. Oh, right foot kick. He's a bit cold too, I think, Davey, because he kicked it out of bounds on the full. So it'll be a free kick to Damien Hoare on centre wing. Goes backwards about 30 metres, but finds Handley. He's got leather poisoning in the first term. He's had a lot of the football, wants to get it around Rivet, who's very quick for a big man. Oh, just got the ball away in time to Simmons. Goes on the left boot towards half forward, over the back. Feldman goes up, can't take the mark. Bartolo at the front of the pack. Also in there, Lynch got one high, should take a free kick. No, said the umpire. Will be a ball up at half forward for the Belpost Hill side. So, been playing 26.5 minutes in the first term. 21 playing 10, Belpost Hill in front. Umpire throws the ball in the air, falls into the arms of Bartolo, off one step towards Vac again. Walton got a hand to it. In there, Cockrell as well, got a clearing kick. Out wide, Kazina might sit there, doesn't sit for him though, and a little toe poke off the ground from Ricky Bigham went towards Keating. Stands his ground at a half back, then just kicks it in the air towards Barry O'Toole in the middle, have to sit and wait for it. Tate got a hand to it, getting back there, King as well. They've moved it on to Rivet, who handballs out to Barry O'Toole, runs through the pack, and just got rid of the football to Cousins. His handball to Rivet, the big man followed up well, goes to the right foot, but chopping it off is Ditchburn. And he has taken the mark, wants to play on quickly and go towards Backley, and also King. Was that a push in the back? Yes, said the umpire. Rivet will take the free kick at half forward.
Just put his body in the road, didn't he?
He was just a bit unlucky there, I think, Lucas King then.
So Rivet now at half forward, the lead on from Ricky O'Toole. So a good kick and a good mark, diving mark, and Simon Connolly's got the job on O'Toole now as well. So they've switched that there, but Ricky O'Toole will line up for about 45 metres out for goal. Slight angle, try and put his second on the board. He's got 1 goal, 2 already this afternoon.
The way he's kicked so far, Laurie, this might test him a little bit.
Yes, it could do.
So O'Toole comes in, and he
tested him all right,
straight through the middle for his second goal. And the second for Corio, they go to 2-4-16, and they trail Belpost Hill 3-3-21 on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes played.
In the context of the first quarter, Laurie, that was an important goal for Corio because they, on the scoreboard, they're just struggling a little bit.
Yeah, certainly, Eric. They probably had opportunities up there, but yeah, that move seems to be working if they can afford to keep Ricky there all day. And I don't see those leads that he's got any leg problems, and you didn't have any problems then with his kicking. So I think he's fit. I think it's just a tactical move to play himself full forward.
It wouldn't be a bad move either. Ball with umpire Hooper, up it goes. Oh, big tap forward by King on that occasion. He's going 45 metres. The ball, in fact, is almost at the 50-metre mark, but it's picked up in defence, chipped over the top for Corio to Davey Bingham, and he takes a mark. Gee, he's chipped it to a nest of Corio players. Johnny Cousins is one who picks it up. He's got plenty of time. He chips it further now, looking for Cullen on centre wing. It's over his head. He runs onto it. He drops it straight onto the boot, which is good footy. Oh, Justin Tate picks the footy up just as the siren sounds, and in fact that is quarter time. No score from that kick, and the Victory Trophy quarter time scoreboard, Bellpost Hill 3-3-21, lead Corio 2-4-16.
Goal kickers in the first term for Bellpost Hill, Simon Vack, Troy Feldman and Alois Kazina have the singles for Bellpost Hill. Well, for Corio, Ricky O'Toole has their 2 goals. It's quarter time at Myers Reserve, Bellpost Hill 3-3-21. They lead Corio 2-4-16. We'll take a break. Laurie de Goldie will come back and talk about the first term, and we'll have the second quarter action after this on Geelong Radio 100.3 FM, your home of local football.